Hi everybody. So it's time for another crazy contest. And if you've seen the short video I posted late last week, I sort of did mention last week, had a little bit of a preview. And again, we're going to have something similar today, which is we are going to build a rocket on the pad. And yes, I am not terribly great at this, but I kind of figured out how to do it, hopefully without it exploding, which I guess is the important part. There we go. And yes, so what the contest is to basically build the most complicated rocket you can on the pad. It doesn't matter what parts you're using, um, as long as you are building it on the pad, and then you need to put it into space. Oops. Don't tip over, don't tip over, don't tip over. There we go. Like a pro. So yeah, you got to put it together, build your rocket. Did I get it? Please tell me I got it because I don't have any other way of pushing it back. Oh, darn. There we go. Haha! I did it. Maxed out that engine, and away we go. Ah, blew up a bit. So yeah, so you have to build your rocket. Doesn't matter how complicated it is. The more complicated, the better. And then you need to fly it to orbit. And it does have to actually reach orbit and do something, anything. I don't care what the payload is. It could just be like capsule like this little guy is, and then I'm going to fly him back down as I do this poorly. So poorly. So the rules are simple. You can use any the build cheats. So that's part clipping, infinite build space, uh, and BP editing. However, you cannot have your structure bigger than the platform. So you can't have stuff hanging off the edge of the platform or anything like that. Just simply because I know somebody's going to go nuts and make like a 6,000 step rocket setup or whatever, and that can get a little bit crazy. Two, so how we're going to do the judging and the scoring. And the scoring is going to be the total mass that you put in space multiplied by the number of steps it took to actually put it up there. So every time you connect a piece together, that's considered a step. So you go 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, 5. So if you have 500 tons up in orbit and it took 5 steps, you'd have 2,500 points. Now you have to take that and divide it by the total mass at the start of the build. So that includes the whole structure, all the rockets, everything. And then that's going to give you your score. So the more complicated a build you can do, the higher your score is. But at the same time, the more steps that you have is going to subtract from your total score. So that's sort of there. And obviously the step multiplier, because we do want to have more steps. That just avoids somebody doing something like one giant rocket, 1 step, and say, look, I won. So that's going to work. The next thing we're going to do is once the contest closes, we're going to have the top 4 rockets go to a YouTube community page voting where we're going to have a picture of whatever final object or objects that are in orbit. And we are going to then allow the YouTubers to score on what they think about whatever it is that you put in orbit around the Earth. And then that's simply going to be a popularity contest. But since it's on YouTube and I have like 6,000 subscribers, the people who have, 10 or 20 more friends aren't necessarily going to be able to rank up that many votes versus the just mass of people that are watching it. So that's how we're going to do it. And it's going to start on the 21st of April, and it's going to go until the 21st of May. It's going to be a month long, and the reason I'm doing this is because I really want people to try to integrate, etc. But also, if you post something and somebody does a better job, you can repost a new entry because it's going to be the best entry that you put in. Because as we're going with the scoring on the 21st of May, we're going to take the top 4 scores, which you will have to calculate out your score. Math is going to be required. And then we're going to take that and we're going to go and take those top 4. We're going to put them on YouTube for a week and a half so that on the 31st, we'll have the end result of who won. And then obviously you will get the grand prize of the winning thing on the Discord channel, and obviously our adulation as we sort of parade and say, "Congratulations, you are the winner," which is pretty much how all my contests are. They're for fun, so that's what we get. If you want to know where to get this contest information, it's going to be on my Discord. If you want to enter, you do need to be on my Discord server. Just simply, it's an easier way for me to sort of manage everything that everyone's doing, and I'm not trying to pull from different locations, which I've tried in the past, and it's just been a complete nightmare. So start your rolled Goldberg machines and all that fun stuff, and start building some rockets that then build rockets. That's what we're doing.